everybody, what's up? ChiliDude27 here, bringing you a new episode of Let's Interview. Today with me I have a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm RagePoweredGamer, and welcome back to... this isn't an episode. Welcome to Let's Interview, I guess. Seems like you already covered that one.
Yeah, maybe once or twice, I don't know. So, you all know how this works by now. I ask him some questions, we just ramble on for a little bit, and I split it up into a couple videos, okay? Alright, so let's get started. So, RPG, how exactly did you get your username? Why'd you choose it or think of it or whatever?
Well, I used to play video games more frequently than I do now, and my ex-fiance who used to live with me used to always yell at me for breaking things or just hurling things across the room and scaring her just because of how angry I would get at games. And I figured, well, I can probably work that into a channel because I really wanted to have a channel more than anything else ever and just play games and have people be able to watch it. So I just worked anger into the name.
Wow, okay. I'm sorry, my mind was just blown a little bit. When you said ex-fiance, that kind of threw me through a loop. You look like you're 16 at the oldest.
Okay, I turned 20 4 months ago.
Okay, cool. So, what's your favorite thing about LPing?
My favorite thing about Let's Playing would have to be just the ability to do whatever you want, but also the feeling that you're educating people. Like, you don't have a set schedule of what you need to do per se, but you also feel like you're entertaining as well as educating anybody that watches your videos, and in a way it just feels like I'm giving back in a crappy first world country sort of way.
So, you feel like an American.
Yeah, America.
America. Okay, so, wow, we're actually blowing through the questions here. Number 3, what's some advice you would give to upcoming LPers?
Upcoming LPers, I would just have to say, do whatever would please you the most. If you need to put on a fake persona, it's not going to come naturally. It's going to be a lot harder to do stuff. So do whatever it is that you are best with and whatever you feel most comfortable with. If you really, really like, say, I don't know, Ratchet and Clank, but you think, oh, Minecraft and Call of Duty are so popular right now, I'm not going to get any views if I don't do that. People have been playing Hannah Montana the video game and getting views recently. It's not about what game you play as much as it is about you and what you bring to the game, because anybody can watch game footage. It's whatever you can bring to the table, and it's probably easiest for you to bring something unique to the table if you just be yourself and do what you're best at.
Yeah, I mean, making LPs is not about showing off the game or, making a guide, because lots of people have done that, but it's about doing those things and adding your own sort of spice to it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, are there any LPs you wish you could redo, like you felt they were kind of inferior in some way, you wish you could make them better?
I really wish I could redo at least part of my second one, my Minish Cap LP, simply because it ended up getting cut off when my hard drive crashed, and I didn't do things as organized as I would have liked them, and I would have liked to redo Slender, The Arrival, simply because I was so ungodly terrified at points, and the video quality wasn't as high as I would have liked.
Yeah, well, I can say Slender's a very good game to LP. It's very hard not to do it right. No offense, man.
Oh, it's fine. I still want to beat the original.
Yeah, I've only ever played Slender once. I got, I think, 3 pages, and then I found a truck, and I started walking around, the outside of it, keeping my eyes on it, just saying, there's probably a page here, there's probably a page here, there's probably a... Nope. Turn. Oh my god! So...
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. I can't believe Smosh got 4 pages. Now I feel stupid. Anyway, what are some of your plans for your future, LP-wise? What are some projects you have coming up?
Projects I have coming up, I really, really, really want to do Twilight Princess more than anything, and sadly enough, I actually am looking forward to do Resident Evil 6 for some reason. I really want to do a couple survival horror games, like Twisted that's coming out. Um, I definitely want to do some console-based survival horrors to see how those will play out into the market because it's pretty dominated by PC at the time.
Yeah. Um. Okay. You. I assume have played through Twilight Princess before, right?
Several times.
Good. Then you know how long it is. Be sure.
How long? Like if I put it into episodes?
Yeah.
If I put it into episodes, I'd want to go for completeness, but at the same time, I'd also want to go for quickness. So I want to say I could do it in probably 80 to 90 episodes.
Eh. Okay, you know what? That's probably actually I think that's possible because your time limit is removed, right? You're not stuck to 15 minutes, right?
No. In fact, I've had Minish Cap ones that went on to like 38 minutes.
Wow. Oh
I
yeah.
didn't know how to limit myself. I'm sorry.
You should be sorry. Yeah. But yeah, that's some advice that I could give to more LPers that are coming out. Keep your episodes between like 17 to 20 minutes. Don't make them too long.
That's a regret I carry.
Yeah. Anyways, actually, we're at the last question, and my timer only shows like 6.5 minutes. We gotta figure something else out to fill up the time. Um. So, what's your favorite genre of game?
Favorite genre of game, hands down, would have to be a classic old RPG, like a not necessarily. I don't want to sound like a hipster and say like retro RPGs, but the good old ones, like Final Fantasy One, the original NES, no remakes. It was so nice because it was so boring, but it presented so much of a challenge, but at the same time you knew what was going to happen. So it was like playing your first childhood game over again, but you didn't have to experience it first as a child because it just brought me so much nostalgia every time I played it, even though it was so ridiculously boring at points.
The good old days before the world was dominated by Call of Duty and Halo.
Oh yeah, let's spend $60 on a game to go shoot people in a new map. Yay! I'm
Oh my.
sorry to any Call of Duty players.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You should feel sorry for those people, but you shouldn't be sorry about what you say.
Okay.
They're like a different species. We kind of feel bad for them, but at the same time, we would kind of eat them if we had to.
I like that analogy.
They're kind of like chickens.
And to be completely honest, I would rather have them sucked up into some sort of fad game because if the masses of people that weren't really passionate about video games, if all the commoner casual gamers just started coming over to the ones that I play, it would really, I hate to sound like a hipster again, but it would kind of ruin it for me because part of the thing that I like is only a handful of people can identify with me when I talk about a certain game. Like, you heard my Midna text tone a few minutes ago, and anybody that recognizes it, I instantly feel some sort of a connection with because just from my text tone, they know that I like Zelda. So it's easy conversation starter.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, okay, like the whole domination of Call of Duty and everything like that. Okay, and this is coming from someone who's actually played the games. I get it. They're pretty good. I liked it. But, okay, it's not that great. I'm going to put that up on screen in words. Not that great. I like a good shooter. Probably my favorite was Medal of Honor European Assault. I mean, it was actually based on the accounts of a World War II vet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I will not. I will go on record saying that I really liked Call of Duty Big Red One back when it was actual decent warfare. Back when you cared about playing the game and it wasn't just everybody in a room killing each other hundreds of times for 10 hours a day.
yeah. Actually, I don't even think I would want to play Call of Duty online because, for one thing, you have you have the classic over into it guy who just, oh my god, I'm pounding noobs so off, and that annoying kid who swears too much, and yeah, I mean, like I said, I've experienced all these things. It's not fun. It's not worth it.
Exactly. One of my personal favorite quotes about Call of Duty Online is, anybody who's better than me has no life, but anybody who's worse than me is a total noob.
True.
And if everybody's better than me, I have lag.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be the first to admit I'm a noob. I don't know much about Call of Duty. Oh yeah. Have you ever met somebody in real life who like tries to talk to you about like different cals of weapons and firing rates and everything like that?
Yes,
Like,
I know people all too well like that.
like my friend Josh. I mean, he's
Are you kidding me?
no, not you. This other guy.
No, my friend that talks about it, his name is also Josh. And my name is Josh. I know too many Joshes. Anyway, continue.
I know 3 other people named John. John McNutt, John Ornelas, and John Josie, and I know too many Johns. Oh my
Shout
God.
out to all those people. If he ever gets if this channel becomes famous, here's your shout out.
Yay.
Here's your
Anyways,
first 1,000,000 subscribers right there.
woohoo. Anyways, though, yeah, like I even asked him, so what exactly makes you a weapons expert? I play Call of Duty. That doesn't make you a weapons expert, Josh. Oh god.
Yeah.
Well,
Just like the people that think they know driving because they own Need for Speed.
so, well, we have about 11 minutes. Only like 20 more to go. We'll be right back after these messages.
You insert commercials?
Josh, do you have some messages?
Do I have some messages?
Do you have messages?
Buy Nuka-Cola. Sunset Sarsaparilla. Build mass with Sunset Sass.
Wednesday! Big Monster Truck Rally right here in Ashtabula. Be there. We'll give the whole seat, but you'll only need the urge. I don't know what I just did.
We're the manager, it's on cocaine 24/7.
Candace the Crusher takes on all comers. I don't know. If any of you get that reference, you probably have less of a life than I do.
Well, I didn't, so I feel a little bit better.
Yeah. Okay, let's try and find something to talk about here. So I hear that you're a Zelda fan.
Huge Zelda fan. I'm actually working my way, finishing off the rest of the series, although not as adamantly as I was. Oracle of Ages I never actually finished, which is why I'm kind of happy to do an LP for it. But on the other hand, I've also haven't played or finished Skyward Sword, Phantom Hourglass, or the second Legend of Zelda. After that, I will have officially completed every one, except for Link's Crossbow Training, because, who cares about that?
Let's see, you said Skyward Sword, Phantom Hourglass, Zelda 2, and Crossbow Training. Well, let's see. Skyward Sword, how dare you not finish it?
I don't own a Wii because I like to sit and move nothing but my thumbs, and the only thing that should be shaped like a stick is my TV remote.
Okay, well that is true, but if you get like one of those rubber things that goes on the outside of the controller, it's better.
If you get a rubber thing that goes on the outside of the stick, you won't get her pregnant. I'm sorry, what?
Jeez.
I like
Well,
making pregnancy jokes because of the irony.
oh yes, okay, how is that ironic? I'm not sure you know the definition of the word.
I have a child.
What the
Oh, that's right, it hasn't come up in conversation. I had a child at 18.
Okay, well, let's not talk about that because that's personal stuff. We don't get into personal stuff on the internet. Okay?
No, we don't. So, I am a faceless, personalityless human being who sits at home. I've got no social life. It is all internet based. I don't even know what functioning genitalia look like.
Okay, we're allowed to have lives outside of the internet, but we don't talk about them because, America.
Well, I don't mean to feel like I'm name dropping on an LPer here, but I mean, like, everybody knows about Super Genius. I mean, Jake just moved to Japan, didn't he?
Um, okay, I know very well who Super Genius is, but I don't actually follow him at all. I mean, I've checked out some of his stuff, and yeah, he's not really that great, in my opinion. Please don't, stab me in the comments, even as much as you would want to, fans who probably won't watch this. Um, yeah, I mean, personally, I'm a bigger fan of Josh Jepson and Nintendo Capri Sun
Yes, I'm also subscribed to those two.
and Attacking Toucans. I know it's
Not. I like Versus and I like Josh Jepson, but I actually haven't gotten the motivation to subscribe to Attacking Toucans. I more like it when he's with Josh Jepson, and I can't really picture him doing stuff on his own.
Wait, have you seen the finale of Super Mario 64 Versus?
I watched it 3 minutes after it was posted. Yep.
Oh my god. Tyler!
That was intense.
That was the most intense versus ever. It literally came down to the last hit point on the final boss.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been with the two clans since the beginning, and I'm getting so tired of losing. So tired.
I've been with, let's see here, I'm on Jep Squad, but I mean, then again, I can't really side with somebody whose name is not Josh if there's somebody named Josh in the picture. I'm kind of
Yeah.
Josh biased that way.
Yeah, Josh bias. Okay. Then again, it is true. Proton John is my favorite LPer ever. John, yeah. The whole name bias thing does kind of run evenly.
Yeah, very true.
And
But to be
plus,
fair, Nintendo Capri Sun still has to be my top.
yeah, I mean, and plus when you think about it, not Josh Steps, Proton John was like one of the first LPers ever. I mean, his LPs didn't even start on YouTube. They started way back in like 2006 on the Something Awful forums.
Oh wow, because I first found LPs. This might actually be somewhat relevant. I first discovered LPs 3 years ago in 2009. I was looking up. I was playing through the Master Quest of Ocarina of Time, which I'd never done, and I was really. I'll admit it. I was stuck, so I was seeing if I could find something. I think I was looking for a small key, and I looked it up online and expecting to find the classic Arial font GameFAQs website link that I usually would go to. I found a video, and it was Nintendo Capri Sun's run through of Ocarina of Time. And I fell in love with it, and I thought this man has the most genius idea in the world. So, and then I eventually ended up finding out other LPers. Three of them due to him. I found Pico, Josh Jepson, and Super Genius from when he did the four-player Four Swords Adventures collab.
Oh yeah, actually that was one of the things that I saw when I first looked him up. Oh yeah, this is actually kind of relevant. For those of you who don't know, the famous story about how LPing started goes like this. It was a concept started by Slow Beef on YouTube when he wanted to make guides for some of his favorite games. But that's actually not how it started. Like I said before, it started way back on the Something Awful forums, and it wasn't even in video form. People would take screenshots of the game and post them on the internet and say, "Here, how do I do this? Help me out." And eventually, it evolved into what we know of LPing today. It's like science.
Exactly. But I have to say, it was only a matter of time before the video game industry became one of the most popular internet YouTube phenomenons, just in general, simply because of how big the video game industry is getting between things like Call of Duty. Guitar Hero really broke a lot of people into the gaming business. I mean, it actually got me a PS2. And that, and even indie games. I mean, Minecraft was an indie game, and now it's one of the biggest games online. It's nobody is safe anymore. Everything is big, everything is popular. All you need is a small following, and eventually it'll grow. So gamers used to be shunned, and now look at Smosh. Smosh runs Smosh Games, and they're the biggest subscribed people on YouTube.
Nerds have dominated the internet. Get used to it.